All right, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Had to get over that cold. Still a little congested, but we all right. Sorry for the delayed reaction. I still gotta react. 34-17, and it was versus Philly. Let's go. All right, so just taking a look at our upcoming schedule. Up next, we're at Denver. Okay, so Denver just beat the Jets 13-11. They're across the pond, however, they're coming over from London. It's going to be a long ride home. We may be able to get Denver. Their defense is just as stifling as ours. But first, before we look to the future, let's stay in the present. Came out third down. Efficiency was tremendous. We're 11 for 16 throughout the game. 350 total yards of offense. 172 yards rushing with over 39 carries. So we were dedicated to the run. We were able to run the football. We won the line of scrimmage. That was a key factor in my preview show. Also, our penalties were down. We also had 6 penalties on the game, which is actually down for us. That's a positive note. And we also won the turnover battle. We had 2 key turnovers that actually led to points. Jackson Dart had another solid game. This was the first full game, I would say, as a total team. Total offense, defense, played very, very well. Special teams, we did miss an extra point. We'll get to that later. But as a totality, this team played very, very well. Wan'Dale Robinson with another big game. 6 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Little Jordan Humphrey coming in and providing a spark. 4 catches for 55 yards. I believe Little Jordan Humphrey has earned his role on this roster moving forward. We'll see what happens next week at Denver. Defensively, the whole defense played very, very well Thursday night. Tyler Nubin led the way with total tackles. Another 2 sacks for Brian Burns. That's now 7 on the year, I believe, for Brian Burns. So he's having a stellar campaign. Kayvon Thibodeau had a great game in my book for stopping the run. He made a great job setting the edge, and Abdul Carter as well with putting pressure on Jalen Hurts the entire night. Of course, the big play was the interception by Cordell Flott, which really sealed the game towards the end there. And then Dane Belton coming away with a punch-out fumble towards the end of the game. I believe Gunnar Olszewski as well has shown his maturation as a returner. He did a great job on his punt returns. He at least gave us a first down on at least 2 returns that he had. Olszewski, shout out to you for special teams play. We have to hit on our extra points. We cannot miss on those. The first quarter, the Eagles came out running with Saquon Barkley. This was a definite alarm early in the game. I did not anticipate to see how our defense would respond with Philadelphia running the ball consistently. But on third down, we were able to slow them down. Jalen Hurts was stopped by our defense. We came out with a little bit of a flex blitz here. Great tackling this game by Brian Burns and the entire defense, which led to a field goal. This made it 3-0 Eagles. We came out on the field. Jackson Dart came out blazing. Throwing it down the field here to Lil Jordan Humphrey with a jump ball over Mingo. Mingo from Georgia did have some trouble in college as well against the SEC. But here, Jackson Dart just hits a little bit of a little L1, R1 move straight to the end zone, which made it 7-3 Giants. Here on a stunt move, you get the pressure up the field by Abdul Carter, and then a stunt underneath by Brian Burns causes the sack. Brian Burns with now 7 sacks on the year. Jackson Dart here throws a nice drag across the middle to Wan'Dale Robinson. You can see here he's still very, very patient, plants his feet, makes a good throw. Again, Mingo was the target. On this play, this is the touchdown play that he threw up the field. You see he was patient, didn't hesitate too much. He thought you had a tight end across the middle there for Theo Johnson, but he made a great play coming back across the field, finding Wan'Dale, and then Wan'Dale just took it to the house. That made it 13-3 because we had a missed extra point. Jalen Hurts then came out and threw it down the field. Alex Brown with a great one-hand catch there. I don't know what his situation is moving forward with this team, but Alex Brown, again, showing out for the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas Goedert with a tough catch across the middle. You can see they were driving. Jalen Hurts here coming across the middle here for Devontae Smith. And then, of course, this setup, which you thought would be a tush push, but it was more of a tight end shovel pass. This made it 13-10. We come back on our responding drive. Unfortunately, they stopped us on the third down. That brought us to the second quarter. Jalen Hurts came out in the second quarter. Philadelphia, you can't give good teams too many chances. They're just going to hurt you at some point in the game. Devontae Smith with a nice catch there, coming across the middle. Our defense did pressure most of the game. Alex Brown here with a nice catch. They caught Alex Brown again, coming across the middle. Nice catch here by Giles Goldart. And then Alex Brown here on the out route inside the 10. So you knew what was coming. Tush push was coming. Listen, they said they're going to outlaw this. I don't know. I mean, it's an NFL play. You got to stop it. I mean, I know guys get hurt and hurting their necks, but that made it 17-13. Then we came back and responded. Jackson Dart moving us up the field. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Cam Scatterboo with a nice toss to the outside run, applying the pressure there on Cooper DeJean. Jackson Dart when we needed it. Nice catch here by Jalen Hyatt. What a big surprise with a nice catch here. But when we needed a big play, Jackson Dart definitely provided it. Here, you love the patience. You love how he's scanning the field. Look at the pass protection in the pocket that he has. He's able to step in the pocket, not panic, and then he breaks to the sideline with a nice game, putting the ball on the outside arm, protecting the football. Right here, this is a great seal block here on a nice pull, and number 44, Cam Scatterboo, took it in. So that made it 20-17. Just before the half, the Eagles were trying to get some points, but with no timeouts left, Saquon kind of ran it out there, and then they were forced into a scramble here where Jalen Hurts just didn't have time to come up and spike the football. So it's 20-7 at halftime. Now, we came out the second half. Theo Johnson, you got to make that catch, baby. That was a big drive coming out. Looked like we could actually get some more yardage there. But the punt set them up deep in their own territory, and then our run defense held down Saquon pretty well here, keeping it within the box, staying within our lanes. This was on third down. This could have been a huge play that we avoided. Wow, because Jalen Hurts definitely overthrew him there, but he was definitely wide open. But that gave us an opportunity to work on a short field. Cam Scatterboo got a good dose of him on this drive. Even Jackson Dart here with a quarterback keep on an RPO option. Here on the toss play, this play just shows you who Cam Scatterboo is, okay? He does not go out of bounds. He turns it up, lowers his left inside shoulder, and lays the boom on the middle linebacker, Zach Bond. That is Cam Scatterboo in a nutshell, okay? That's what he is. This is the TV version of the same play. Just lifts Zach Bond out of the way with the left shoulder. And then on this play, when he scores for his second touchdown, there's two in the hole, y'all. There's two in the hole, and he beats both of them to the goal line. That is incredible. That is just effort. That is a madman running the football right there. All you gotta do is break the first line, baby. Break the goal line. Here's the sideline view. All you gotta do is break that line one time. That made it 27-17. Now Philly's just coming down the field. You know they're gonna strike back. You know they have the talent. Heart of a champion. Dallas Goedert here with a nice catch. But then Brian Burns with another sack, his second of the night. Brian Burns has really stepped up his game this season. To me, he's really right now the defensive MVP of how he played. Look at the nice stunt move here. Brian Burns stays with outside leverage, wraps up Jalen Hurts for his second sack of the night, which gave us another opportunity. Jackson Dart right back to work. Wan'Dale Robinson has been a huge lift for this offense this season with his play. With another nice catch here out of bounds. This was a huge third down catch by Theo Johnson, which kept the drive going. And then on the ensuing play, you want to get down Jackson Dart. I love to see him at least throw it away here. I don't want to see the kid taking too many hits. I know he's a scrambler, but you got to learn how to get down. This brought in Russell Wilson. This brought back chaos. Brian Daboll is sneaking in the tent. Come on, man. All right. Jackson Dart, please get down. Fourth quarter. So it's 27-17. Philly's trying to get back in the game. This is really their last chance. On the third down, we do stop them short on the short pass, but we gave up the yardage in the first down off of a penalty, which continued to drive, unfortunately. And Devontae Smith moved up the field, gave Philadelphia some momentum. And then another nice pass to the outside to Dallas Goedert again with another first down. So Philly was starting to move the ball down the field as champions do. They're not going to give up. We come with a flex blitz and we get a pick by Cordell Flott, who could possibly, not really, go all the way because Saquon Barkley is right there. But that's a hell of a play by Cordell Flott. He just jumped the out route there, read the play completely. It was a flex blitz. Wasn't a zero blitz necessarily, but it definitely was a flex blitz there. And we were able to really seal the deal here with Cam Scatterbull for his third touchdown run of the game, which made it 34-17, which gave you that final. So look forward to seeing what we can come up with the momentum from last week's win going into Denver now. Denver and their pass rush is similar to our defense with our pass rush, so we definitely have to play ahead next week in Mile High. My giant of the game, Brian Burns, absolutely 2 sacks of the game. He's been hot all season. Please continue your hot play. Wan'Dale Robinson again with another great game. 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. We're definitely relying on him more. You see the relationship with him and Jackson Dart really unfolding. Shane Bowen, shout out to you, man. We've been on you all season, pause. But look, you've definitely called a great game last week, and it has been a little bit more consistent with our defense of late. Shout out to you. Shout out to the entire defense as well, just holding it down against the Philadelphia Eagles. They come in with a lot of talent. We needed a big play. We needed a big win. We got it. Shout out to the defense. Shout out to the entire team, really. And, of course, the new dynamic duo, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbull. I don't know what the nickname is these days. I'm seeing Arm & Hammer. I'm seeing New Jack City. I'm seeing all types of things out there. I don't know. But my final take on this week, listen, it was a great game. Definitely a huge win. Felt even better because it was against Philly. Felt even better because it was against another division rival. Now, we have to get ready because here we come. We're going to Denver. We need this, y'all. With the schedule coming up, we might be able to turn around the season completely. We need to keep it going. That's my final take. I see you guys for the preview against the Denver Broncos. Peace. Do me a solid, hit that like and subscribe button. We're 66 followers away from our first Mo Big Blue giveaway.